Alrighty, guys. It is 3:30. It is Thursday, September 18th. Time to wrap it up. And so far, we are holding on to the gains. Support's holding for now. I've been waiting for them to kind of try and knock this down, but they are stubbornly holding on to the gains. Support's holding at the 68, 66, 85 to 90s. Is it like, yeah, 88, 89? This support area. And so far, that looks like it's going to hold, at least for now. So, but if it comes out, I would be taking off that long bias, going back more range bound. But I would start off on the long side of the market if that holds. So depending on when they actually end up closing, we'll find out if you're going to be leaning long or if that's going to be range bound. I doubt you're going to see a sell-off of any magnitude going into the close, but maybe some weakness into the close if anything. So if they close below that area, the 66, 85 to 88, I would be back range bound. Otherwise, I would look to the long side of the market. Still looking to buy against support. We'll adjust these edges for tomorrow, and then we'll see how this whole thing shakes out. But tomorrow morning we have news for tomorrow is just quadruple witching. That's what we got going. So all options expiration is going to be like sloppy trading tomorrow, I would think, as people run these markets back and forth. But starting off from the long side, let's see if we get a little bit of strength going into the close here. Right? No trades on the ES for me today. They were this morning. We said we were starting off on the long side. We had this big move to the upside, and I had to say, so far we pretty much held on to the gains. And it didn't quite extend in the overnight in the day session, but we definitely held on to our the overnight strength, and we are still extending to the upside. So that's kind of where we are. Looking at the no trades on the ES. I did take a few trades on the Nasdaq. No trades on the bonds. So on the bond market had a pretty good repricing after that 8:30 news. They headed lower, and so far repriced it pretty good to the downside. So far they held that 1616 support area, so just drifting up from there. So we're still technically in that upper range. If they had taken out that 11616, we would have been down in that lower distribution again, and that would be this reverse retest of this level. So far that held. We'll see if it holds in the overnight. If not, if it does, if they take it out, I'm going to be looking for a run down to the 114s. But if it holds, just staying range bound going into the overnight, right? So to be honest with you, I'm almost looking for a retracement trade. If they take out that 117, it could be a nice retracement trade to the upside if that happens. On the Nasdaq, extended in the day session, they've been holding on pretty freaking good. And so far we get a little bit of weakness down to finally back to the mean again. Haven't seen much weakness more than that. But I'm just holding out again for them to knock it down, see if they're going to be a little selling going into the close here, or if we may even get a little bargain hunt. Who knows? But at this point, if they close below that, I would say at this point, let me see. Let's blow this up for a second. If they close below that 650 level, 600 to 650, we'll be back range bound. Otherwise, I'm going to start from the long side. Maybe if you want to be aggressive, you can take off the long buys below that 700, 720 ledge. But I would give it a little bit of room on the downside because Nasdaq is so volatile. If they do take out that 650, I would be more inclined to take off the long bias. But starting off on the long side, they have extended in the day session, so we are up against that 24,800s. So 25,000, here we come. And it four trades on the Nasdaq. Well, I had one which was a scratch, then I have a small loser. I tried a short trade when it was heading back down, thought they're going to get back down to the mean. A tight stop on that one got caught, and then I reversed that trade and basically got in on a smaller trade. Since it stalled and couldn't get higher, I got out of it. So I had a small winner on that one. I took one more trade, which was a shitty trade location. I got out of that one pretty quick. And I'm glad I did because it headed lower from there. So at this point, we'll see if you're going to get some weakness here going into the close, or they're going to be able to hold on to the gains. So um, it's interesting part's going to be here at the mean if they can hold the mean on the Nasdaq. And then finally, oil and gold. So gold is just back to that range, middle range. It's still going sideways around 36.70 to 80. So I would start off range bound on gold. And on oil, I would start off range bound. They're trading around that 63, 64 level as well. So no particular bias on oil or gold at this point going into the overnight. So just traded range bound, trade the edges, same edges as we have right now. at least for tomorrow morning, depending what happens, I'm gonna adjust it a bit. But so far, just the those 4 trades on the Nasdaq. Not much to show for it though. So I'm down 13 on those 4 trades. So could have been a lot worse, but managed to stop myself from over trading it. All right. So we'll leave it there, and I'll see you back bright and early tomorrow morning. Thank God it's Friday. See how the Friday quadruple witching shapes up. All right, guys, later.